So yeah, back to where we was at. Back to where we was at. All right. We're back at it. Stream back on. Good to go. All right. So yeah, so that's a woman's nakedness that you're seeing. Hold on one second. Okay. Where was we at? Okay. Leviticus 18 and 18. So yeah, you cannot sleep with a woman and then marry her sister. Or sleep with a woman and then sleep with her sister. In this culture, I mean, you did hit the lot. You didn't hit the jackpot if you do that. In this society, in this culture, you're the man. You understand? You was a Mac. You was the top diddy dog. But in the scriptures, to the Hebrew Israelite culture, you disgusting. You understand? You are a filthy sinner that needs to repent. Let's read more. Verse 20. Moreover, thou shalt not lie carnally with thy neighbor's wife, to defile thyself with her. Don't lie with your neighbor's wife. If it's a woman that has a man, don't lie with that woman. How much stronger our people will be if we follow these laws right here? How much stronger our culture would be if we followed this? Let's go to Leviticus 20 and 10. And a woman who's a whore will sleep with more than one man. She will sleep with a man that's not her husband. There's not a woman is supposed to be with one man for the rest of her life. That's how it's supposed to be until that man like dies or something like that. That's how it's supposed to be. She's supposed to be with that one man. That's why sometimes you would see women talking about, oh man, if somebody got a big rod or something like that, you shouldn't know. A woman shouldn't know if a man's rod is big or not, because she shouldn't be having all these different rods and everything in her. To know that there's different rod, all these different sizes and stuff, she shouldn't even be knowing all of that. She's supposed to be with one man and one man only. Let's say he passes away before she turns 60, which is the age that you can accept a widow. So she's not 60 yet. He dies and she's 32. You know what I mean? Something happens unforeseen. Then she would get another husband. Then that's only two men. Now, if he dies like 10 years later at 40, she's like 44 or something, she can get married again. Maybe three men. Now, that's if two men that she was married would all die. You understand? That's why it's important for brothers to come to the truth so you won't die. Right? You won't do anything else that a fornication that allows a woman to leave you. You understand? So the woman should be with one man till she dies. Now, regardless of what size his rod is, she would be satisfied. You understand? She's gonna be satisfied regardless. They could be the size of this shot bottle. You understand? It's regardless. To her, To her, her thing is shut, closed any damn way, and it gets pushed open. So she's good. Well, no matter what man she eventually gets with in the what man she gets with, right? To her, it's all the same. She shouldn't be. The problem you have now is you have these women that are with a man, then another 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 man. And over, 10, 15 years, she's with 25, 30 guys, 30 men. So I got to say another man, another man, another man, another man, 30 fucking times. Before, I guess, in this society, they tell a woman should settle down. They say a woman to just go test the oceans or test the waters or whatever the hell they tell them. You don't know what you want. You got to try out different things. So they get, I guess, old and worn and used up. They hit about 32. Then they start thinking about marriage, settling down. She's used goods by then. Damn near. You understand? It's definitely a better way of doing this thing, which is the culture of the Lord, keeping the law, statutes, commandments. If you go by this world, you're going to ruin your life. It's clear. It's just simple as that. You're going to ruin your life by following the standards of this culture. The standard in this culture is you can be 28, and in this culture, if you slept with 30 guys, 30 different men, there's nothing wrong with that. You young, you trying it out. You understand? That's not the culture of the Lord. You understand? Now let's get more in the scriptures. Job 35:3. So the point is basically to repent. You know what I mean? Don't worry about how many men you slept with or women you slept with or whatnot. The point is to repent. How many prostitutes you've been with, how many whores that you and all your homies slept with. That's not the point. Isn't to go try to count that down and do a synopsis of that, calculate that. The point is to get into this I.S.U.P.K and repent, right, and change your life to where you on a whole new level of thinking. You understand? To where you don't go by the standards of this world, because the standards of this world are there so you can destroy yourself. This is America. This is Babylon. This is Egypt. This is the home of our captivity. It's not the place for us to just to have a great life and follow along with this society and think that things are going to work out well. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Let's get Job 35:3. For thou sayest, what advantage will it be unto thee? And what profit shall I have if I be cleansed from my sin? We get those type of questions all the time. What advantage is there to be a Hebrew Israelite in the culture, keeping the law, statutes, commandments in the I.S.U.P.K? What advantage is it to be cleansed from your sin? Because a lot of the world, people in this world, don't see it. You tell a black woman, you need to be with one man till you die. You need to work it out with your husband. They don't see the advantage of that. They don't see it. They don't see the advantage of doing that. You tell a brother, don't leave your wife. If you get another wife, then you have two wives. They don't see the advantage of that. They don't see it. To them, they like, well, I don't want my woman to know that I'm getting with another woman because she's going to beat my ass. That's another thing you're seeing in this society, in this world. Abuse of a man. Physical abuse in a relationship between man and woman, both of them, both sides. More so is women abusing men, but also men are also abusing women out there too. I've seen the video, a sister trying to run over a guy, scratching the guy, hitting him with a frying pan, attacking a guy, hitting the man, trying to beat the shit out of the man. I've seen it all. You ain't got to look far. You scroll down Facebook for 5 minutes. You'll be lucky. You'll be blessed to not see a video of some sister beating up another sister or beating up a brother half to death, or vice versa. You'll be remiss to see that, and that's acceptable in this world. That's acceptable in this society. So to a man to say, well, nah, you can have more than one wife, he said, nah, I'd rather just cheat on my wife. I'd rather just lie to her. I ain't trying to be up front and say nothing, because she's going to start, you don't know her. She's going to do this. She's going to do that. We do know her. You need to come to the Israelite School of UPK for counsel. We know that woman. She's the same as our woman. What the fuck make her different than the woman we dealing with? Nothing. You understand? It's just your knowledge to fight those demons on her. Because that's what it is. It's a demon. It's a selfish, self-destructive demon on that black woman that's been implanted and infested in her through the Christian church and the Christian philosophy. You got to remember where that came from, that a man can only have one wife. It came from your Christian churches. Your Christian churches taught that. That ain't come from nowhere else. That came from your Christian churches. So that demon has been implanted in her from birth, that a man can only have one wife, and if he doesn't, then that gives you a right to put your hands on him, put your hands on the other woman, put your head to act a damn fool, to destroy property, to do all type of things. That's a demon. And you need the knowledge and the spirit of the Lord to combat that demon. That's the only way. So let's see what else it says. The Lord said in verse 4, it's the Most High speaking, I will answer thee and thy companions with thee. This is funny he says that, because the same person that says a man can only have one wife, they got a crowd of companions with them that's going to echo and be their little bird, funny, dummy sing-alongs that's going to say the same thing. That's going to echo the exact same thing. I will answer thee and thy companions with thee. Look unto the heavens and see, and behold the clouds which are higher than thou. If thou sinnest, what doest thou against him? Or if thy transgressions be multiplied, what doest thou unto him? What do you do to the Lord if you sin? You don't do nothing, because the clouds is up high. You don't do nothing to the Lord when you sin. If thou be righteous, what givest thou him? Or what receiveth thee he of thine hand? Thy wickedness may hurt a man as thou art, and thy righteousness may profit the Son of Man. That's the answer right there. Your wickedness is going to hurt your brother and going to hurt yourself. It's going to hurt a man just like you are a man. It's going to hurt you. Sleeping with another man's wife is going to hurt you, and it's going to hurt another man that you are. You're another man. You're a black man like he's a black man. If you sleep with his woman, you're hurting him and you're hurting yourself. That's what the Lord is saying. When you transgress against the Lord, you ain't hurting the Lord. Most High ain't hurt. He got plenty. He got righteous service that he can look upon and be happy with. You're not hurting him. You're hurting yourself, and you're hurting your brother. You understand? All these women that say only a man can have only one wife, and if he has more than one wife, then you can beat him and smack him and hit people with frying pans and do all type of evil and wickedness to them. You're not hurting the Lord. You're only hurting yourself, because you're about to lose a good man. Or even if he's not good now, he can be potentially good when he gets into the truth. You lose a brother. And not only that, you'll lose a sister. Like, brotherhood is important in building this nation. Sisterhood is also important in building this nation. Sisterhood is also important. You shouldn't go around offending and beating and fighting your sisters. Guess what? Them sisters is the same one that you may need in the end. You may need in these type of last days. You can't trust on the government no more. Yeah, so many women. I got a good job. I don't need you. I don't need nobody. You know, that's the whole vibe, the whole spirit they got. They don't need nobody because they got a job that's paying them. How's that looking? How's that working out for you now? Look at it. Look at this kingdom falling. How is that working out for you now? If you got a job, you're getting overworked like a motherfucker right now. You right? You in danger of your life right now by working a damn job. They ain't even trying to give you no damn bonuses for it. And everybody else is at home getting paid. If you got a job and then you at home getting paid, you can't trust in that because they can cut you off. If you don't got a job, you can't trust in that. If you were Section 8, you can't trust in that. You can't trust in this society, period, right now. So how did that work out for you? Oh, you didn't need a man. You could drop your kids off at school. You don't need no man to help you take care of raise them kids. You had daycares, right? Daycare, there you go. Kick all the men out the house, send all the kids to daycare. They don't need a father. They don't need a dad who's, even if he don't have a job, he can be the daycare at home. You can send him to the daycare. How that working out for you now? Last 2 weeks. How the daycare working out for you? How is the school system working out for you in raising them kids? Because before, you didn't need a man. A 2-parent household wasn't necessary. All you needed was a single mom. And you can conquer the world. You can go to the NBA. You can become the president. You can do anything with a single mom. That's the greatest thing on earth. Single mom. There ain't nothing more righteous and hardworking than a single mom, which is bullshit. You understand? Excuse my language. Bullshit. Because like I brought out earlier in the class, this whole generation, them guys had to suffer through seeing their mother's nakedness, which is a sin against the Lord. It burns your damn eyes and scars you for damn life. You'll need years of therapy. But all these damn kids nowadays, they moms walking around half damn naked, twerking online, and they got to sit there and watch it. Every twerk video you watching, there's a kid sitting on the sideline being traumatized every day. That should be a meme. They should make a meme of that. You know how they said every a penny a day can feed a child? A twerk video a day is scarring a child mentally every day. You understand? And that's single mothers. We're supposed to believe in that. We're supposed to trust in that. Like that's God. Let's get Luke 9:25. Time to wake up. Get into this Israelite School UPK. Go to ISUPK.com for more info. Learn this truth. Change your life. Repent. Luke 9:25. Yes, that's all right. Like I said, if you got any questions, go ahead and type them in. You understand? Type them questions in for sure. Somebody said he have a question. Terrence Baldwin on YouTube asked, I have a question. A woman I'm talking to is for gay rights. I told her I didn't care for it. She was disappointed that I felt that way. Hold on one second. That I felt that way. That conversation was the other day. How should I respond to her? This is why the Israelite School UPK says you need knowledge. Knowledge shall be the stability of thy times. Right? Hold on one second. Knowledge shall be the stability of thy times. Because there is a slew of things you could say to her, run it down, that will destroy her faith in the gay community. Is that what I was? Is that what I read? She believes in the gay community. Yeah, she's for gay rights, right? There's a slew of things that you could say, a whole army list of things that will convince her that I shouldn't support gay rights. I shouldn't be an advocate or be out here speaking up or doing any type of lip service for gay rights. There's a slew of things you can come at her with, right? I'll start for an example. This is how you do it, right? First of all, when it comes to gay rights in the feminist movement, this is what you tell her. Where was the feminist movement when Sandra Bland was killed by the police? Where was the feminist movement when black women needed help to pay for their daycare and hospital bills for their children? Where was the feminist movement when black women were getting put out on the streets and put in homeless shelters? Where was the feminist movement when little girls are getting killed in the abortion clinics? That's three. That's where you pull. That's the pulling out the AR. That ain't even pulling out a single shot. That's pulling out the 3-shot. You understand? That's pulling out the 3-shot. Where's the feminist movement? Because the gay rights is connected with the feminist movement. So that's going to crush the feminist movement. Where was the feminist movement when black women needed all this help? When black women needed help with their bills? When Sandra Bland was killed by the police? When black women's getting raped in the prisons? Where's the feminist movement at? How come the feminist movement never speak up for them? The feminist movement only wants black women to help the white women in their movement, but the white women in the feminist movement never helps black women. That's how you crush the faith in the feminist movement, which is connected with the gay movement. Now, after that, you transition over. The civil rights movement. Where was the gays during the civil rights movement? The gays then took over all the civil rights that we fought for. You can call a black person nigga and all type of coon and monkey and all that, not coon, but any racial slur, you can call a black person. But if you call him a faggot or he's gay, then you going to jail. We're supposed to have that right. You understand? They done took the rights from the black community. That's how you come at them. You understand? You come at her like that with that knowledge. You understand? And she's gonna have no answer for when you ask her where was the feminist movement and the gay movement when Sandra Bland was killed by the police. They support black women, right? Right? Where was the feminist movement? When black people getting killed by police, where's the gay movement? But black people supposed to jump up and support the gay movement? Somebody calls somebody gay, we're supposed to jump up and defend them? But when we're getting killed by police in the streets, 12 and 13-year-old boys and 15-year-old girls getting killed by police, they're quiet. Where is their support when that type of things happen to us? That's when you tell her you being used. You understand? The black, not even only you, because don't even make it personal. The black community is being used and taken advantage of by the feminist movement and the gay movement. So that's what you start. Drop that on her. You understand? Drop that on her and see where it go from there. You understand? And I think you said you dating her, or is this your wife already? A woman I'm talking to. Okay, a woman you talking to. Yeah, you drop that on her. And now, if she's still trying to support them, even though they're not supporting her, you tell her you being used and manipulated. They hate women. Black women hate to be seen as they're being seen as less than or dumb or being used or manipulated. Black women hate that. So you tell her, look, you being used and manipulated by the gay and the civil and the lesbian move, the feminist movement. Now, if she still don't go for, if she's still not being convinced after that, talk to your camp leader. He'll get you more in tune on what's going on with that. Because that's a whole nother demon. A lot of women have a demon of ignorance and stupidity. You understand? Ignorance as in they're not looking into the facts. And stupidity in they are followers. I ain't gonna use the word stupidity. I'm gonna use naive. They nigh unto Eve. So they're real naive when it comes to the game. So they're being manipulated and used by the feminist movement and them white women and the gays. They don't even know it. You break it out to them to the light that they're being used and manipulated with no benefit to themselves or their own community. Then a lot of times they be like, hold on, you got a point there. They might have to sleep on it a night or two, but they're gonna come to the conclusion that you got a point. I never said that to a black woman and they were like, well, I still want to support them anyway. I never said that to a black woman. Every black woman I said that to, that the feminist movement was nowhere to be found when black women were getting killed, Sandra Bland. Every black woman I said that to were all convinced. And we're all like, damn, and had to recalculate and all that, recalibrate their whole damn existence. You understand? That's what you do, man. Then and anything further than that, contact your camp leader and get some in-depth advice on what's going on with that sister. You know what I mean? Because she could have a demon that, maybe you might not want to deal with. If you're just talking to her, she may have a demon where she hates black men and she actually wants a white man. A lot of these feminist movement women and gay rights women are the same black women that will sleep with a white man. You got some black women out there that's like, I'm not attracted to white men at all. I'm not going to sleep with a white man. That's not my stilo. Like me, I'm not attracted to white women at all. There's a lot of brothers that's like, I ain't trying to sleep with a white woman. Not now, not ever, nothing. You understand? You got black women like that too. You might have a black woman that actually desires a white man, right? And you just get you'll dig deeper into that with what I told you, and then further connect with your camp leader, and he'll give you more counsel on it, and you'll get to the bottom of what's going on with that sister, right? Because you got Israelites that are not for Israel. That's not for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. You got black people that hate other black people. Like they have a serious demon on them to where they think everything white is right and everything black is wrong. So you could be dealing with a sister who believes that, who got that. I know a couple sisters like that, and it's a sad thing to see. And they just destroy themselves with their naivete. You understand? They destroy themselves with their retarded, with the mess that they believe in. All right, where we at? Luke 9:25. For what is a man advantaged if he gain the whole world and lose himself, or be cast away? It's heavy. What advantage is it for you to gain the world And then at the end of it all, you get cast away or you're destroyed. There's a lot of people like that now. They are people who trusted in America, trusted in the system, trusted in the government, trusted in their college education, trusted in everything that comes to do with this society. They trusted in it like it's the greatest thing on sliced earth. We had Luke 9:25, warrior. Right? What the scripture says, what advantage have you if you gain this world and lose your soul? Somebody said bet, because she also said if I didn't vote, the relationship would be over. She is for everything Democrats embody. No sweat. You break some of that knowledge out that I just laid to you. Break some of that out to her. And then go from there. You understand? Because you might be dealing with a woman who's a woman who ain't shit. Like there's a lot of, you know how they try to say men ain't shit? There's a lot of women out there that ain't shit. You know what I mean? Like it don't do no good they fools. It don't do no good to teach them nothing, to talk the knowledge to them, to try to convince them with knowledge and understanding and wisdom. It don't do no good because they are fools and they ain't shit. There's Israelites out there that ain't shit, that are just too weak and disgusting. Like they have a disgusting soul and disgusting spirit. You understand? It ain't a spirit that can be cleaned up. There's black people like that. There's black people like that. We run into them every day. The world falling apart right now, and they still talking about some fucking voting. Excuse my language. Vote for who? Vote for what? What you gonna vote for? What are you gonna vote for? Like, how are we gonna get the benefit of this vote? We've been voting for. I ain't gonna get into a whole nother topic on voting. Let's go. Let me move on to where we at. Yeah, it said you gain what advantage if he gain the whole world and lose himself or be cast away. What is the lose himself part? Is when you become a slave. You become a bitch to this kingdom, to this society, or to white America. You become a white America's bitch. Excuse my language. You got black men out there that are cool with being the white man's bitch. Excuse my language. They got black men out there that are okay with being subservient to the white man and actually believe that the white man is smarter, white man is better, and he's greater, and that, blacks are just an inferior race. You got black people that believe that with their whole being, with their whole fiber. They lose themselves. They lost themselves. That's what it's talking about. And guess what? A lot of those men gain the world. They'll get a nice job. They'll get a white woman. They'll get a nice car, a fancy house, all of that. But deep down inside, they think the white man and everything white is better than them. They became a bitch to get those things. That's what it's talking about. Lose yourself. You lose your soul. You lose your manhood. You lose your stones. You lose your edge. You lose everything. You just become a bitch, like soulless. You understand? You don't have no soul, no spirit, no vigor, none of that no more. You become a slave, a homeborn slave. A homeborn slave is a slave that don't even want to get off the plantation. The plantation mess up, he messed up. He don't want to leave, right? In the Israelite school of UPK, we don't raise bitches up. The men in here, we are ready to conquer the fucking world. We are ready to conquer the earth. We're not sitting back waiting and crying and begging and none of that. And we damn sure don't think the white man's greater than us. I don't give a damn who he is. Ain't no white man better than me. Ain't no white man better than my brothers. Nowhere. Not now, not in the past, and not ever. They never been better than us. Never. Never. Right? So that's what it's talking about. And it says, or be cast away. What is the cast away part? Christ is going to return real soon. If you didn't know, he's tearing down his kingdom. And as his kingdom falls, it's going to devolve into World War III. And that's when Christ is going to return with 200 million angels. And he's going to erect a new kingdom with new men, with new brothers, with new sisters, which is being born again in the Israelite school of UPK. And you'll be cast away from us, from this new world that's coming, from this new society, from this new way of being, from this new world. You'll be cast away from it. And what does the scripture say? You'll be cast away into outer darkness, where there's gnashing and grinding of teeth. What is that talking about? Basically, think of America. Let's see if we can do this. Think of America if America put a wall around, like, let's say you live in a city. America put a wall around 1/3 of the city, and 1/3 of the city had food, water, and shelter, and the city was running fine, and the rest of the city was just left to die. No more trains, no more buses, no more food, no more nothing, no more police, no more government, just left to die. That's you going to be put in outer darkness when Christ returns. Because a lot of this world is just going to be left to die, right? And the survivors of that death, they're going to be thrown in the lake of fire, which is the torment, you understand? Which is when we go find the survivors and we put them in slavery. So now you got to live as a slave. And how do you treat a slave? You got to beat a slave if they don't act right. So now you're living as a slave if you survived the first death. Right? And so you lose yourself again anyway. Right? So basically that's what it's talking about. You don't want to have no parts of that. You want to get into this truth and get right with the Most High now, so you don't have any parts of the first or the second death. You can read about the first and second death in Revelations. Let's get Romans 3:1. Romans 3:1. Romans 3:1. What advantage then hath the Jew? Or what profit is there of circumcision? All right. This is talking about this is actually a metaphor. It's not talking about what you think it's talking about. All right. What advantage then hath the Jew? Let's start there. That's not what you think it's talking about. Most people think that's talking about, oh, the Jews, they were in Jesus. The Jews rejected Christ, and the Jews are this, and the Jews are that. That's what people in the world think. They think white people with robes and big and beards and little curly strands of hair. That's not what it's talking about. What advantage then hath the Jew? What is it talking about? It's talking about if you are Black, Hispanic, and Native American. What advantage is your bloodline? What advantage is it for you to be born Black, Hispanic, or Native American? Right? What advantage? Now I'm going to break it down for you. I'm going to read the scripture. Much every way, chiefly because that unto them were committed the oracles of the Most High. What advantage is it for me to be a Black, Hispanic, or Native American man? I mean, I'm not a white man. I don't have blonde hair and blue eyes, and there's a movie Thor with a white devil that looks like me, and a Superman, and a Batman, and this man, and a that man. I'm not 007. I'm not the Western cowboy country movie John Wayne. I'm not you know, Dirty Harry or whoever the hell these white people are. I'm not them. What advantage is it for me to be me? I'm not the guy on TV that's hopping around and got all the models and is rich and famous. I'm not the you know, blonde hair, blue eyed white devil. What advantage do I have? Much in every way, because the oracles of the Most High is committed unto you. Why? What's my advantage over these devils? Everything, every advantage. Stronger, smarter, faster, and greater. The oracles of God confirm that I am all those things in Deuteronomy 7:6, where it says we are above all the other nations. I'm above all these other nations. I got better morals. I got better self-control. I got better discipline. I'm not a murderous beast. I'm not damn near halfway born homosexual. I'm everything better than every other nation, every other race. And so is all of my brothers. Every Black, Hispanic, and Native American man with me. And every Black, Hispanic, and Native American woman with me. Right? What profit is there of circumcision? What it's talking about? When it says circumcision, because there was an argument back then of these Israelites that grew up in other countries, should they get circumcised, even though they're like 30 years old and everything like that. And the consensus in the established word of the Most High was that they wouldn't have to go get circumcised. 30-year-old man getting circumcised. They didn't have to do that, because the circumcision was of the heart, which means he keeps the law, statutes, commandments. You understand? He keeps the law, statutes, commandments. So it didn't matter if he had the circumcision or not, because you got people with the circumcision that ain't keeping the law. But what is important is that you keep the law, statutes, commandments. So that was precedent. As long as you're keeping that, don't worry about if you're circumcised or not. As long as you're keeping the law, statutes, commandments. Don't worry about if you're circumcised or not. You understand? The only one who have to really worry about if you're circumcised or not is the women. You understand? Because they're the one dealing with it. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You ain't doing nothing with it. You know what I mean? The women is the one going to be doing stuff with it. So that should not be a concern anymore. Right? What should be a concern is that you keep the laws, statutes, and commandments of this Bible. You don't eat shrimp, crab, pork, or lobster. You don't sleep with white women. You understand? You don't celebrate Christmas and Easter and these heathen holidays. That's what's more important. All right, let's give them another scripture. 2 Corinthians 2:11. 2 Corinthians 2:11. All right, we got it. 2 Corinthians 2:11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. What are some of Satan's devices that we shouldn't be ignorant of? Well, I brought out earlier in the scriptures, all this nakedness. Like Blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans have become, we're trying to become a culture of nakedness. A culture where a woman could have no clothes on, as long as she puts some flowers around her naked ass with her black ass out. As long as she got some flowers out, she's not naked. Now she's not a whore. She's not something that she should be ashamed of herself for being out there like that. She's enlightened now. She's spiritual. She's this and she's that and she's Mother Earth and all that because her black ass is out. Now she's Mother Earth. Come on, man, give me a break. That don't make you Mother Earth because your ass is out and your titties is all on a damn picture of a fucking phone. You're taking pictures like this with your ass and titties out. That don't make you Mother Earth. That don't make you wise. That don't make you spiritual. And that damn sure don't make you enlightened. You're actually in darkness with that. If you were enlightened, you would cover up your nakedness. That's why I said, for we are not ignorant of his devices. In this culture, in this society, in this world, you are a queen and a goddess for having your black ass all over the damn internet. You're God. You're the Mother Earth. You're the most beautiful queen. That's because you're ignorant of Satan's devices. You're ignorant, dumb, naive whore. You understand? That's why you think because you're naked and you got some flowers or some rocks. Nowadays they got rocks, little nice looking rocks around them, and that's like the rocks is like doing some spiritual thing or something. That's not nothing spiritual. That's whoredom. And you know it's not nothing spiritual because now, since the coronavirus been out, all that shit has been quiet. All them people who talk about the healing stones and the healing spiritual rocks and the Mother Earth garbage, all that shit is dead right now. It's dead. Nobody even talking about it. Nobody even bringing it up like it's about to heal. It's nothing. You know why? Because it was bullshit from the beginning. You understand? It always been nothing. Them rocks and healing rocks and being naked and the Mother Earth and spirituality through, they got dreadlocks. They wearing dreads, so all of a sudden they just spiritual now because you got damn dreads, because you got your hair knotted up, dirty and stinking. With some beeswax. Now you the Mother Earth and spirit. No, you're not. You're just a carnal, disgusting whore who's ignorant of Satan's devices. Satan done tricked you into being a whore. When you thought you was above being a whore. You thought you was above the women who are base in society and twerking and all that. City girls and Megan Thee Stallion girls and Nicki Minaj girls and Cardi B girls. You thought you was above them because you got spirit rocks and you have the spirit world and your titty has got spirit to it. You thought you was above them. Come to find out, you actually ignorant of Satan's devices. Satan's devices because you are the same as those whores. You are a whore just like those whores. That's why I brought out nakedness. A woman's nakedness is anything thigh is her nakedness. You see in her thighs, that's her nakedness. You understand? If you see in her breast titties, that's her nakedness. Anything above the bicep is basically the cutoff point. You don't want to see nothing more than the bicep, men and women. Her shoulders shouldn't be all exposed. Her chest shouldn't be all exposed. And her cleavage shouldn't be, you shouldn't see nothing of that. All that should be covered up. Otherwise, she's exposing her nakedness. If you can see her cleavage to her titties, she's naked. That's her nakedness. If you can see her shoulders and all and all that, that's her nakedness. Her midriff, her belly button and all that, that's her nakedness. You want to have your woman cover all that up. And if you're a righteous sister, you want to cover all that up. Stop showing your nakedness. You know what I mean? Women always want to show their cleavage. Same women who show their cleavage, you're not going to get the attention you want, and you're not going to get the man you want. You understand? You're going to get with the man you don't want. Women be saying, where the good men at? The good men don't want you because you're naked and you a whore. And where the good men at? In the Israelite school UPK, the righteous men at least. I ain't gonna say good, but should we at least warriors, at least not homosexuals, at least not drug addicts, at least not you know what I'm saying, child molesters, at least not pedophiles, at least not that. You understand? So what are you doing out there? Let's get more. Where we at on scriptures? Let's get 2 Corinthians 2:11. There's any more on that? Let me go to Jude 1:16. Jude is in the New Testament. It's closer to Revelations. It's a small, very small book. It's hard to find. Jude, the book of Jude, chapter 1, verse 16. I think it's right before First John. Where is this Jude at? I'm gonna have trouble finding it. I'm in the Bible all the time. Give me a sec. I think it's only one page long. It's right before Revelations, right? Jude 1:16. Jude 1:16. These are murmurers, complainers, right? What's a murmurer and a complainer? Basically the same thing. Somebody complaining and crying and whining all the damn time. Stop crying and whining all the damn time about everything. That's another thing Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans got real good at in this captivity. Crying and whining. You understand? We don't take things into our own hands. We don't take authority and take initiative and take charge of nothing. All we do is cry and whine about every damn thing, like some crying, whining babies. Walking after their own lusts. We some crying, whining babies. You got a global pandemic. You got the arguably the strongest, well, not even arguably, the richest and the strongest and mightiest empire on the planet Earth brought to its knees. And you got Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans crying and complaining and murmuring that they can't have a birthday party. That they can't go out to a bar and get drunk and be whores. That they can't be twerking all over the damn in the bars and in the strip clubs and stuff. You got black people really complaining because of that. The mightiest empire that been put us in slavery for 400 years and murdered and killed and raped and robbed our ancestors being destroyed, and we worried about getting drunk and high and stripping. We complaining about after our own lusts. As you see during this coronavirus, lust had went through the roof. Horn done went up. You understand? Wanting to whore has went all the way up. Wanting to have whores has went all the way up. Wanting to go out and be drunk and high and be in clubs and strip clubs and bars and clubs have went all the way up. We complaining after our own, walking after our own lusts. Like right now should be a time we should be reevaluating our whole fucking existence. Coming into the Israelite School UPK, that are asking, now what if this thing goes full throttle and this whole kingdom falls? What will we do then? That's what we should be looking at. Not worried about when we're going to be able to chance to get back in the club. You got Israel more worried about when they're going to get back into the clubs than what we're going to do when this kingdom falls, which is about to fall, which is falling now. Right? It's falling now. Let's see what else it says. And their mouth speaketh great swelling words. What's the great swelling words that we speaking? We still trying to praise the white Jesus. We still trying to go into Christian churches. We still trying to, the brother just said the woman want him to believe in voting or she won't date him. You believe that? The kingdom is falling apart at its seams. No money being sent anywhere. Hundreds of thousands of people are expected to die. And this bitch, excuse my language, this broad is worried about convincing this brother to go vote. That's great swelling words. She's not concerned what the Lord God is doing on this earth. What the Most High God is doing on the earth. And I'm just using her as an example because she's a microcosm of a lot of Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans in the world. outside the ISUPK and the way they think. Outside the ISUPK, they think, well, this is going to pass over, it's going to blow over, and we get back to loving the white man. We get back to loving America, voting for the next white person to represent us, getting an education that the white man deems profitable, putting our face in the white man's ass. That's what they want to get back to. While the Lord God of Israel is destroying this place like he destroyed Egypt, they worried about sticking their head right back up the white man's ass. Mr. White Man, when are you going to open everything back up? I want to go back to everything you told me to do. You ain't thinking about what the Most High God is trying to do right now. He's trying to wake you up to get you into the Israelite school UPK so you can stop being a damn slave. So you can start thinking like a damn free man, which is how we got to start thinking. We got to start keeping a law, statutes, keeping a law and a code that these white devils can't enforce. Now, if these police get off the streets, what laws and codes are you going to keep now? We need to focus on that. Keeping our law and code of ethics proper. This white man stopped, his rank system of how everything's supposed to be. What if that goes away? What are you going to believe in next? Nothing? You're just going to die, huh? A lot of you probably will just die when this kingdom falls. You're like, hey, this is no good. I just want to die. There's nothing left. The white man falling. If he's falling, I don't want to live no more. I just want to go. There ain't no more clubs. Ain't no more weed. Ain't no more whores. Ain't no more strip clubs. Ain't no more TV shows where I can lust over white men. Because they shut down the movies and the TV production and all that too, right? No more looking at the white man as he's Superman. No more Superman movies. No more Justice Leagues. And what's the other one? Marvel Avengers. No more of that. What you gonna do then? Start shutting down all the internet. What you gonna do then? That's what you should be thinking on those type of lines. But instead, you just worried about when can the white man get back in his seat of power. Having men's persons in admiration because of advantage. He said a mouthful. Paul said a mouthful. Jude said it, whatever. Whoever wrote this said a mouthful. He said, having men's persons in admiration. You think the white man is God. If the white man falls, you think all of existence is going to stop because the white man is no longer in charge. Well, I got a rough word for you. When the white man falls, the Black, Hispanic, and Native American man in the Israelite school UPK is going to rise into power and take all the damn power and put the white man in slavery. Put the oppressor in slavery, in chains, to where he's going to be non-factor. And guess what? The world is still going to be going. We're still going to be eating and drinking. We're still going to be having kids. We're still going to be living life. And we're going to live life better and more abundantly once the oppressor is gone. Once the oppressor's power is no more, we're going to live better. We thought we was going to live worse when the oppressor falls? When Babylon falls? We're going to live better. We're going to have more kids. We're going to get more wives. We're going to have bigger families. We're going to have bigger houses. We're going to have better cars. We're going to have better everything when the oppressor falls. Oh, but you want men's admiration. You look up to the oppressor. You think that looking up to the oppressor and kissing the oppressor's ass is going to get you all the way to the top. The ass you need to be kissing is the ass of the Most High in Christ. I hate to put it that way, but that's the ass you need to be kissing. You need to be repenting to the Most High, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the God of Israel, the God that we teach in the Israelite school of UPK, not your Christian church. Christian church already shut down. They're a non-factor. The Lord took them all the way the fuck out. Thank God. All you damn gay Christian choir directors, you whores that's in the Christian church thinking God is with you because you're in the Christian church, all of that is shut down. All you whores is shut down. Now, all the whores on the internet, all over the world, that say, I'm a Christian. Well, how strong is your faith now? Because your Christian church is shut down. And you scared to catch a damn coronavirus. How much great faith did you have? How great was your God? Because the God of Israel, he's tearing your God up. You understand? Your Christian churches is getting all toe up. They losing all their money. Hopefully they lose all their members. And I'm speaking of the devil. Just today, I read an article about 3 Christian pastors catching COVID-19 and dying. I damn near need to pull up the article and read it. It was beautiful. The pastors were talking, these pastors, Christian pastors, were talking about the disease. Some of them were downplaying it. Some of them were upplaying it. Some of them were talking about, we're going to overcome and this and that. All the way up until the damn disease killed they oppressor and worshiping asses. The Lord killed they asses from serving that white Jesus. Now they ass is in the fucking grave. Excuse my language, because what's going on right now is just on so many levels. It's just amazing. It's just glorious. It's just I can't even articulate the words. I can't even begin to talk about what's been going on in this society, because if you're not familiar with I.S.U.P.K, you're on the other side looking in. But we've been talking about this type of thing happening and what's going on now for 50 years. You might not know. You might have been learning about the UPK recently. But we've been talking about what's going on now for 50 years. We've been saying what's about to be going on. And now we finally see what the words and the prophecies we've been speaking coming to pass. And to us, we're on cloud 9. The Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans in the Israelite School of UPK who are in the truth, we are on cloud 9. We feel like the future is ours. We feel great. Feel amazing. I feel like I'm a new person. I feel like the whole world has changed and I became born again. And I'm just like a new guy, you know what I'm saying? Who just live in earth again, like a whole different earth. Like everything's different. No rules are the same. You understand? Like the slavery that we've been in. I damn near free. I feel like that slavery, like what slavery? I feel like we out of this bitch. You know what I mean? Like this kingdom is falling. It's time for us to rise. We're gonna have our own. I can't explain the feeling damn near. Now, if you outside the I.S.U.P.K, you're not feeling this. Trust me, you're not feeling what I'm feeling. You're not feeling how I feel like a euphoric high. I feel like heaven. I feel like I'm in heaven, seeing this kingdom fall. If you're in the Christian church, you are the exact opposite. You feel like hell on earth. You feel like everything you ever loved is going away. I feel like everything I ever loved is about to come out. So that's the truth of the matter. The Israelite School of UPK under Commander GEN.YAHANNA, we've been teaching this truth for 50 years, saying that this stuff is going to happen, and we are excited. We are elated. We are. I don't even know what to expect anymore. Like some of my greatest dreams have came true. They had over about 100 cops and over 1,000 cops in New York called off work. People who love this society, who said we was fools for teaching the truth and not believing in this society and believing in this world. People who said we were fools, they're eating their words now. And guess what? It's just the beginning of it, them eating their words. Because a lot of people still think that this is going to bounce back, and the other things that we taught in the Israelite School UPK are not going to come to pass. Like, this is going to happen, but this is the only thing y'all said is going to happen that is going to actually happen. Everything else y'all said not going to happen. Christ ain't going to return. You guys not going to take over. You black, you're not going to put the white man in slavery. Don't even think about it. That's how I feel like they thinking in their spirits, or they feeling. You know what I mean? Like people in the world. Like everything you said about this was going to happen, it happened, but nothing else is going to happen. No. Everything else that we said is going to happen is still going to happen. You understand? So like this is just the beginning of I told you so. You know what I mean? Like, you know, it's hard to articulate, but it's basically the beginning of going to somebody and telling them I told you so, but telling them I told you so, but you also told them more things that's also going to come to pass, and there's still more times that you're going to be able to tell that person I told you so. So it's like you come to them and say I told you so, I told you it was going to happen, and then they know in their head that you told them more things, and you're just waiting for the rest of the things to happen so you can come again and say told you so, I told you it was going to happen. Come again, I told you so, I told you it was going to happen. And it's like just making your enemies deflate. Like we in the I.S.U.P.K, we're taught and trained to destroy our enemies, carnally or spiritually. However you want it, we can get it. We destroy you. So right now we're destroying our enemies spiritually. Like we're deflating our enemies, and like it's more deflating that's about to come. Like we about to just be acting a damn fool in the Israelite School UPK. We about to act a damn fool behind all these prophecies coming to pass that we've been telling that was going to happen. Right? I think I had a couple questions on here. Somebody said, I'll definitely get a captain if I need further assistance after our next conversation. Yeah, Terrence Baldwin, whatever city and state you in, get with the brothers in your city and state. He said, she told me you can't vote for God. Yeah, you can. Just don't vote for the white man. You know what I mean? Don't vote for the white man. That's voting for God right there. Coming to Israelite School UPK, that's voting for God right there. We believe God set up the Israelite School UPK for these last days. So if we stay with this is our vote for God. Yeah, you know I mean, she obviously thinks highly of her own thoughts. Like you got certain people who their thoughts in their head, they think their thoughts are like so high and wise and mighty, and like everybody else's thoughts is like so. I used to think like that. I ain't gonna lie. When I was in the world, it's a certain amount of hard-headedness that you have that is famous for being in Blacks, Hispanics, Native America. So it's not like a new thing that she believes that. Like Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are biblically fucking hard-headed. Right? And when you say hard-headed, it means you basically think that you're right no matter what else, no matter what other people say. You think you're right, and you're so hard-headed, hard-set on what you want to think that you override, and you over everything else. Basically, that woman is just a regular-ass Black, Hispanic, and Native American woman who's hard-headed, who thinks what she thinks in her little head is what the whole world should follow. And the whole world would be better if everybody just like followed what she thought. That's what she thinks. She thinks the whole world would be better if everybody in the world thought how she thought. And how does she think? She thinks the white man is God. She is the white man's bitch. You know what I mean? When it comes to those thoughts. You know what I mean? Somebody said this. Oh, what's up with my man? Oh, keep. You take over for a second. I'll use that. brother's talking about a sister who was talking about voting was like the answer and shit.
Mm.
So yeah, you know what I mean? So the Israelite School of UPK, we've been seeing that before. That's not nothing new. Seeing the ignorant, or not ignorant, but yeah, ignorant and proud Black Hispanic and American who thinks what they say is the right thing no matter what. Go ahead, if you could take over for a second, I'll use the restroom.
Yeah, think about it. If people still want to vote, that is ignorance right there. Unless the people that know about it, then that's just at times that's just flat out rebellion. If they still want to vote, knowing everything that the I.S.U.P.K has been teaching since 1969, they've been in our classes. And if you've been in enough of our classes, you see why not to vote. You'll see why not. But if people still want to, participate, in the political system and all of that after watching our classes, then I mean, it doesn't really say about that. And sisters, it's up to the job of the brothers to teach these sisters, because sisters really don't know much of anything. I mean, a lot of them think that they do, well, because they got a better job than you or whatever the case is. But that that's certainly not the case. The Most High put this knowledge up on the men. What scripture was you at, Cap?
It's on that paper, the Jude something.
Oh, okay, Jude 1 and 6, 16. Oh,
okay. It's on that paper. It's on that notebook.
Cut. These are murmurers, complainers, walking after their own lusts. So you say, because a lot of people that come into the knowledge of this truth, usually a lot of times are the same way. They come into the truth and they still come with the things, they come into the knowledge of the truth anyway, and still, want to hold on to those things like murmurings, complaining, stuff like that, because one thing, they can't stand the fact of being, up under Black leadership that is not guided and navigated by white men. That really, it really grinds their gears right there. Well, but then at the same time, though, they'll claim that they know Yahushua is Black and all of that. So, but it will make sense if Yahushua is Black to want to come up under, the guidance of the people that's in His image. But in reality, a lot of the times, white Jesus is still in their heart, still, even though they know. Walking after their own lusts. Now think about it for a second. Now with that one right there, what are they trying to do? A lot of times they're trying to have sex with another man's woman. I mean, this is nothing new under the sun. This thing, anytime our nation is gathered together to be those types, it'll be, around also. And the Most High will handle them just like He did with the people in the past. It would, and that'll just be that. And their mouth speaketh great swelling words, having men's persons in admiration because of advantage. Because they, you have to go back into the time of Exodus with Moses. You had the men that were like that also during the time of Moses. And that's the reason why the Most High had the ground swallow up dude and his whole family. And then, had to have the men that had the 250 men that bear the censers. They got burned, and that whole generation didn't even make it. So, I mean, these are things that we really gotta think about here. But beloved, remember ye the words which were spoken before of the apostles of our Lord Jesus Christ, how that they told you there should be mockers in the last time, who should walk after their own ungodly lust. I mean, it's nothing, like I said, it's nothing new under the sun. All of this stuff, everything's been done now, it's been done before. I mean, these things are going to happen. It just is what it is on that. Right? This corona thing is hitting real hard right now. Was it 200,000 infected and 4,000 dead?
4,000 dead.
Woo, good night.
The brother also said, Terrence Baldwin said, she told me you can't vote for God.
Well, here's the thing, people will fool themselves into thinking that they're doing the will of the Lord by voting.
Right.
That's how tricky Christianity is.
Right.
I heard that, my whole life.
Right.
I heard people trying that my whole life right there. They try to equate voting, to God. And that's why they call the thing vote or die. And the Christian mind, they thinking, vote or God gonna kill you.
Right.
That's what they thinking. Hey, that's funny. That's messed up how they do, They try and equate everything like, voting. I mean, the Bible clear as day to you. See, and that's another thing too. This is, the people that only want to believe that the New Testament Christians, they don't want to go into the scripture when it talks about, don't put, a man of you that over you that is not of your nation and stuff like that. They don't want to do that, and they'll have you thinking that whoever's running the country is the rightful leader of you.
Right.
I just heard the Christian television do that stuff big time too. Christian television, like the I don't even want to say the acronyms, so where people sit there be looking at them and all of that, but they do it a lot.
Right.
And if you drunk on Christianity, you'll be believing that.
Right.
You'll be believing that God put this man. I mean, is that true? Yeah, it's true. But He didn't put that man over you. You were separate people. Right. He put them. He put that man as the president of white people, right. Not your president. Like Nebuchadnezzar was not our king during the time of Daniel. He was the king that had us in captivity. Even inside that captivity, we was a separate people. Inside that, the Most High was our king, and He put up Daniel and them over us, while Nebuchadnezzar was over the Babylonians and over the whole rest of the world. But the Most High, we was the Most High's portion. But it's the same thing now. Let the white man have their kings, their presidents, whoever they want to put up over them. That has nothing to do with us. That's why we shouldn't vote. I mean, I ain't gonna be, either way it goes, it gets blamed on us. If the wrong person get put in office, they blame that on us. The person that they want, to get put in office, if he goes up, then they'll sit there and say, "Well, you didn't vote."
Right.
You didn't vote, so look. We got Donald J. Trump. You didn't vote. Like a vote would have made any difference anyway. It wouldn't have made any difference.
Right.
And now, this dude is, as the president, and the worst play that's been seen in modern times is now here.
Right.
Hey, a casino owner, a gambler, almost like a mob boss. And think about that for a second.
Right.
He's almost like a mob boss. Trump Towers, that's what the mob was doing, running casinos and stuff like that.
Right.
He's a mobster, and he's put up in the seat as president, regardless of what he say. And they go to show you that they were only thinking one thing when they put him there. They were thinking he hates our enemies. He's rich and he hates our enemies.
All right.
That's all they cared about. That's why he was able to save and get away with so much stuff. But what is he doing about this corona, though? What's he doing about that? He can't do nothing about it. Hell, he in danger of getting it himself. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The Most High, you know what I'm saying, and told him, he done hit people and, celebrities, Christian pastors, all of that. Like, man, that's some rough stuff right there. He done hit Christian pastors and all of that with the coronavirus. And is it 200,000 infected? That's here in America, right, Cap?
Just America.
Whew. That's not even counting the rest of the world. What's going on in the rest of the world? That's only the United States right here. 4,000 dead. And to be honest, the death toll might be higher than that. They might be trying to downplay it
Well, just it was 3,000 yesterday. 1,000 people died overnight today. So 1,000 of them, the numbers is just from yesterday to today.
Whoa.
That's what I'm saying. They died at a high rate. A high rate. Like,
wow.
They used to thought black on black crime was bad. The Lord know how to put it on them.
Right.
1,000 of them died just from yesterday overnight. When we woke up today, it was 1,000 of the people that had the virus dead. Woke up dead today.
Wow.
And that's just from yesterday to today. So let alone tomorrow, it might be 5,000 tomorrow.
Yeah.
It could be 6,000 tomorrow.
Right.
Because it could double. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They say, go ahead.
What was that, Cap?
I was gonna say they're projecting 200,000 people to die from the virus. 200,000 by like the end of like this summer, damn near. 1,000 people a day. That's gonna get there quick.
Right.
20 days. You know what I mean? You had 20,000 people.
Right. Yeah, that's some serious stuff right there. You know, and that's not even counting the other plagues that are just waiting. You know, that's just one plague right there. That's not even counting the other stuff that's coming.
Right.
You know, they say the bird flu coming back and different type of stuff that was supposed to be gone is coming back stronger than what it was before.
Right. And I remember when the Ebola came out. Remember, we was doing classes on the Ebola, saying the Ebola was going to get, this stuff like this is going to keep getting worse.
Right.
Now, this is worse than the Ebola, just like we said when Ebola came out.
Right. Yeah, this is worse. This is worse than seeing. The other ones come and go. You know, they have a certain amount of death toll and stuff like that. But this thing right here is a beast of another kind. Yeah, that Ebola was some vicious stuff right there. You know, it was making that majority hit like Africa or something like that.
Right.
Yeah.
This was Esau.
Right. And hitting them right, you know what I'm saying? This is going into the house of Pharaoh even. You know what I'm saying?
Damn right. Yeah, get back on that if I could. I appreciate it, boy.
Good.
Definitely clap that up for Officer Tarap. Getting in here and dropping it heavy. You know what I'm saying? Like the UPK preaching prophets do. We're gonna get ready to close the class down. And let everybody know, you know what I mean, about our website. Go to ISUPK.com, learn more knowledge, learn more info. And with that, I'm gonna pass the class to Precinct Officer Tarap GEN.YAHANNA. Like, our classes go from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Monday through Friday. 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Monday through Friday. So get in here. Get in these classes.
We are the I.S.U.P.K. started out at 1 West on the 25th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves in the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Ties, which is a commandment. Numbers chapter 18, verse 21. Malachi chapter 3, verse 8 through 10 means tenth of the Hebrew Mayashua. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give the Treasury Department a teacher. Priest fund. Free will offer for priests. Not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocation. The Passover is pushed back to, what is it, May 9th, Cap?
Something like that, around May 9th, but just stay posted because we ain't got a correct solid date yet. But most likely be around May 9th if everything clears up by then.
Okay.
But they're already talking about pushing stuff to June. So it might be June 9th. So we'll see.
Okay. Upcoming Announce holy convocation from Sheep. Remind Akim and Aqua to check the bulletin board in the hallway. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, to start wearing all black. Boots, shirts, pants, headband, a scarf. With that being said, Amajim, Upon Hucky Dum, rise to face the east. Lord's Prayer.
Hold on 1 second.
Abinau. Shabbat Shemayim.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Kadash.
Kadash.
Hayah.
Hayah.
Shemka.
Shemka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Malakaka.
Malakavka.
Taba'ah.
Taba'ah.
Ratazaka.
Ratazaka.
Hayah.
Hayah.
Aisha.
Aisha.
Baharataza.
Baharataza.
Kawa.
Kawa.
Hayah.
Hayah.
Bashamayim.
Bashamayim.
Thundernow.
The thunder now.
Come.
The calm.
Call.
Call.
The one.
The one.
Wasalak now.
Wasalak now.
Kabuafi now.
Kabuak now.
Kasalak now.
Kasalak now.
Kabuafi now.
Kabuaki now.
Wala
Wala.
Nabayai now.
Abiyai now.
Bonasai one.
Palestine one.
A ball.
A Paul.
I was shy now.
I'm shy now.
Ayan.
Ayan.
Right.
Right.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Laka.
Laka.
Malakwa.
Malakwa.
Wa Allah.
Mahala.
Wa Tapar.
The power.
Lawalayim.
I love him.
Amma.
Amma.
In the English. Our Father.
Our Father.
Which art in heaven.
Which art in heaven.
Hallowed be thy name.
Hallowed be thy name.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy will be done.
Thy will be done.
In earth.
In earth.
As it is in heaven.
As it is in heaven.
Give us this day.
Give us this day.
Our daily bread.
Our daily bread.
And forgive us of our debts.
And forgive us of our debts.
As we forgive our debtors.
As we forgive our debtors.
And lead us not into temptation.
Lead us not into temptation.
But deliver us from evil.
But deliver us from evil.
For thine is the kingdom.
For thine is the kingdom.
And the power.
And the power.
And the glory.
And the glory.
Forever.
Forever.
So be it.
So be it.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Ba'ashim Yahushua.
Ba'ashim Yahushua.
Babakashah.
Babakashah.
Thunder now.
The thunder now.
Ka.
Akat.
Ka.
Akat.
Ba'ah.
Ba'ah.
Kamakallah.
Wakal Makala.
Wakal Marawa.
Wakal Marawa.
Akat.
Akat.
Latahar.
Latahar.
Amatazariah.
Amatazariah.
Akat.
Akat.
Hakim.
Nahakwim.
Amati.
Amati.
Akat.
Akat.
Arakawa.
Arakawa.
Atama'ala.
Atama'ala.
The Garshan.
The Garshan.
Ba'ashim Yahushua.
Ba'ashim Yahushua.
The Waraman.
The Waraman.
English. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahushua.
Name Yahushua.
Please give us the power.
Please give us the power.
The power to heal.
Power to heal.
All manner of sickness.
All manner of sickness.
And all manner of disease.
And all manner of disease.
Power to cleanse the lepers.
Power to cleanse the lepers.
Power to raise the dead.
Power to raise the dead.
Power against unclean spirits.
Power against unclean spirits.
Cast them out.
To cast them out.
In the name of Yahushua.
Name Yahushua.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Wa Yahushua.
Wa Yahushua.
Wa Maka'ala.
Wa Maka'ala.
Wa Alahayim.
Wa Alahayim.
Matazaba'ah.
Matazaba'ah.
Al-Wap-Yahan.
Al-Wap-Yahanna.
Al-Wap-Yum.
Al-Wapyim.
Asrayim.
Asarayim.
Akazayayim.
Akazayim.
Akayayim.
Akazayim.
Wa Akwaki.
Wa Akwati.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Ba'ashim Yahushua.
Ba'ashim Yahushua.
The Waraman.
Waraman.
The English. Bless you, Yahweh.
Bless you, Yahweh.
And Yahushua.
And Yahushua.
And Michael.
And Michael.
And the angels.
And the angels.
Commander General Yohanna.
Commander General Yohanna.
Generals.
The generals.
Captains.
The captains.
The officers.
The officers.
Troopers.
The troopers.
And the sisters.
And the sisters.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahushua.
Name Yahushua.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it.
Your Baraka.
Your Baraka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Washmarka.
Rashamarka.
Yar.
Yahar.
Yahweh.
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 Panyawa.
Ayaka.
Ayaka.
Wayakanka.
Wayakanka.
Yasha'ah.
Yasha'ah.
Yahweh.
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 Ayaka.
Ayaka.
Wayasham.
Ayasham.
Ka.
Lakah.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Ba'ashim Yahushua.
Hashem Yahushai.
Rak.
Barak.
Rapah.
Rapah.
Magun.
Magun.
Hagun.
Agun. The Thurman family.
Thurman family.
Sutton family.
Sutton
The
family.
Hill family.
Hill family.
All destroyed of Israel.
All destroyed of Israel.
Done.
All destroyed of Israel.
All destroyed of Israel.
Done. Ba'ashim Yahushua.
Hashem Yahushai.
The Waraman.
The Waraman.
The English. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Bless thee and keep thee.
Bless thee and keep thee.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Make his face shine upon thee.
Make his face shine upon thee.
And be gracious unto thee.
And be gracious unto thee.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Lift up his countenance upon thee.
Come and comes upon thee.
And give thee peace.
Give thee peace.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahushua.
Name Yahushai.
Bless.
Bless.
Heal.
Heal.
Shield.
Shield.
Protect.
Protect.
Names of the loved ones we just named.
Names of the loved ones we just named.
Bless you, Yahweh.
Bless unto Yahweh.
King of heaven and earth.
King of heaven and earth.
And all things living.
And all things living.
The how.
And how.
In the name of Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh.
Listen to us now.
Listen to us now.
Right now.
Right now.
Send evils and curses.
Send evils and curses.
And punishment destruction.
And punishment destruction.
To the heathen.
To the heathen.
That speak against us.
That speak against us.
Thy prophets.
Thy prophets.
Teachers.
The teachers.
Princes.
The princes.
Priests.
The priests.
The Israelite brothers in the school.
Israelite brothers in the school.
Send evils and curses.
Send evils and curses.
And punishment destruction.
And punishment destruction.
To the heathen.
To the heathen.
And shake loose the treasures.
Shake loose the treasures.
Of the rich of Israel.
Of the rich of Israel.
That refuse to give to the school.
Now refuse to give to the school.
Force their riches.
Force their riches.
Enter into thy sanctuary.
Enter into thy sanctuary.
Send evils and curses.
Send evils and curses.
Punishment destruction.
Punishment destruction.
To the Edomites.
To the Edomites.
And the nations.
And the nations.
And the drug dealers.
And the drug dealers.
The court system.
The court system.
Prison system.
Prison system.
Planned Parenthood.
Planned Parenthood.
All the governments of our enemies.
All the governments of our enemies.
Amalek synagogues and armies.
Amalek synagogues and armies.
Roman Catholic Church.
Roman Catholic Church.
The Pope.
The Pope.
Islam.
Islam.
Christianity.
Christianity.
Egyptology.
Egyptology.
Militia.
Militia.
Ku Klux Klan.
Ku Klux Klan.
Aryan Nation.
Aryan Nation.
Skinhead.
Skinhead.
Posse Comitatus.
Posse.
Gay movement.
Gay movement.
The lesbian movement.
Lesbian movement.
Spies.
Spies.
Workers of witchcraft.
Workers of witchcraft.
NASA space program.
NASA space program.
Army.
Army.
Navy.
Navy.
Air Force.
Air Force.
Marines.
Marines.
Wall Street.
Wall Street.
Open up the internet.
Open up the internet.
And the airwaves.
And the airways.
The cable access channel.
Cable access channels.
And the radio channel.
And the radio channels.
Convict the spirit.
Convict the spirit.
Of any of thy people.
Of any of thy people.
That seek to stop us.
Seek to stop us.
And bring swift destruction.
And bring swift destruction.
To all the heathen.
To all the heathen.
That stand in the way.
Stand in the way.
Or try to stop us.
Or try to stop us.
Broadcasting your word.
From broadcasting your words.
Throughout the planet Earth.
Throughout the planet Earth.
Let loose all the plagues.
Let loose all the plagues.
Cause them to go to and fro.
Cause them to go to and fro.
Through the earth.
Through the earth.
And consume them.
And consume them.
Let the plague shake.
Let the plague shake.
The house of the thief.
The house of the thief.
And the murderer.
And the murderer.
Let Yahweh shine.
Let Yahweh.
Michael and Gabriel.
Michael and Gabriel.
Come down with the flying saucer.
Come down with the flying saucers.
And punish all the heathen.
To punish all the heathen.
That come up against us.
Come against us.
As we speak thy word.
As we speak thy word.
Cause to be known by all.
Cause to be known by all.
That is the angels that have done it.
It is the angels that have done it.
Cause to be spread.
Cause to be spread.
Through the media.
Through the media.
Throughout the whole world.
Throughout the whole world.
Cause them to shake at that coming.
Cause them to shake at that coming.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
Thank you always.
Thank you always.
So be it.
So be it.
Sir. Courtesy salute to the teacher. Men of Israel. Ahmad Shabbat. Ahmad Barak. Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai Barakatah.
Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai Barakathum.
Yazbatah. Courtesy salute to the sisters. Men of Israel. Ahmad Shabbat. Ahmad Barak.
Yahweh Shema Thon by Hashem Yahweh Shai.
Yazbatah. Class dismissed.